Rural Bank's agricultural outlook for 2021 identifies three key factors for farmers to watch out for in the new year: seasonal conditions, trade relations, and COVID-19. Favourable seasonal conditions are expected to continue into early 2021, and that's driving a positive outlook for most commodities. Sheep and cattle producers are expected to continue rebuilding herds and flocks. However, restocker demand is expected to slowly soften from a strong finish to 2020, which could see cattle prices begin to ease. Increased production for wool and horticultural commodities is expected, as well as a 3 to 4% increase in milk production. Grain producers, however, will be wary of summer rain affecting quality, and reduced supplementary feeding in livestock industries will reduce domestic demand. On the trade front, there'll be a strong focus on trade relations with China, which has commodities such as barley and wine entering 2021 with heavily restricted trade access. There'll be uncertainty for other commodities if further actions restrict access to China, which can be enough to decrease commodity prices suddenly and dramatically. So we expect to see a greater focus on diversifying export markets by looking for opportunities to grow into alternative markets and lessening Australia's reliance on China. And the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership with 15 other countries from the Indo-Pacific region presents some opportunities for Australian producers in this space. And finally, on COVID-19, where broadly speaking, agriculture has continued to be successful throughout the pandemic, despite disruptions to air freight capacity and cost and reduced demand, particularly for wool. There is still uncertainty about what impact COVID-19 will have in the new year, as some major markets are still trying to control outbreaks. Wool is particularly dependent on consumer demand recovering in Europe and the US. But there are positive signs in Australia as COVID-19 restrictions have eased and food service demand returns, supporting demand for red meat, but still subdued compared to pre-COVID levels. And food security concerns driven by COVID-19 will likely continue to cause commodity price fluctuations, which could provide mixed fortunes for Australian agriculture. And for horticulture, demand for fruit, particularly immune-boosting fruit, has increased as consumers look to prioritise their health. But restrictions on international travel have severely impacted harvest labour, with producers expected to require at least an additional 26,000 seasonal workers to harvest crops over summer. And in summary, most agricultural commodities are well placed heading into the new year on the back of favourable seasonal conditions in 2020 and resilience amidst the impacts of uncertainty created by COVID-19. Rural Bank's agricultural outlook for 2020 covers 6 major commodities: cattle, cropping, dairy, horticulture, sheep and wool. To view the full report, visit the Rural Bank website.